Hi, my name's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to do a look I actually saw somewhere on Instagram, probably from Katie Jane Hughes, that I want to recreate. By the way, this is Beans. He's my puppy dog and I love him so much. He was just right when I was turning on the camera, he was wanting some attention. Yeah, I'm gonna do that today, and I already put on my primers and everything. That's all nice and in my skin, and I did my brows because I didn't want to bore you with that. But I'm gonna put this sweet boy down and I'm gonna get started. Alright, so I already got my primers on. It's my normal primers. Of course, I'll have everything listed below. But today, I think I am going to first do the eyes and then work on the base, just because I think I'm going to get a little crazy with the eyes today, and I forgot one of my eyeshadow palettes I needed. So, I picked, when I went to TJ Maxx the last time, or Marshall's, whatever, they had the Amicole eyeshadow, like, paints, and I got this beautiful blue, of course matches my shirt. And I remember seeing this post on Katie Jane Hughes where she did a beautiful, like, kind of cool to neutral tone brown eye with this a beautiful blue. And I was like, God, that's just so beautiful, and I would love to do that. So that's what I'm going to do today. I love to follow other makeup artists and check out what they're doing. Not just also, of course, for techniques, but it's for the color combos, because I just feel like, you know, I sometimes get stuck in a rut with my colors and I just want something else, something a little more, just to change things up. So I saw this, I thought it was beautiful, and I had everything already because I already picked this up because I really wanted to try their eye paints. I already had one of their blushes, which I'm going to use today, which I also love. So today for my eyeshadow palette, I'm going to use this Viseart palette, my go-to basic neutrals and everything. And I'm first going to lay down that lightest color, my highlight, the like white on my brow bone. And then I think I'm going to go into, see, I want to keep it in the cool range. So I think I'm gonna add this a little bit kind of on my crease, and then I'm gonna work into this one just so I can have everything kind of set. Now I'm just gonna fluff this onto my crease. I just got back from LA Monday. Today's Thursday. So I flew back in on Monday. I think I landed around 3 o'clock. My husband had to fly out to LA that day. So I told him he couldn't leave until I got home, just because, you know, our son, I had to have someone in Seattle, no matter what, a parent on the ground in Seattle. Not, you know, we both could not be in an airplane or anything like that. So I kind of threw that in the crease. Now I'm going to go into this cooler brown down here. So that was my thing. I was like, you know, can't leave until I land. So he met me at my gate when I got off the plane. And then we went and had lunch together at the PF Chang's in our terminal, because he was flying out of the same terminal. Which I was, you know, we were very lucky that happened, because, you know, sometimes there's a train to get to terminals, and it can kind of be a pain, especially if you're switching and moving and stuff like that. So, and then I came home and picked up my son from school. But I just been non-stop. Since he was in LA, I couldn't work my regular shifts, so I had to work and get off by 5 so I can pick him up from after school care. But my husband's flying in today. He's coming home today. It wasn't a long trip. It was a pretty quick trip. Now I'm using that same color right here, and I'm kind of just placing this right on the outer corner of my eye. But I had so much fun in LA. It was a really relaxing trip. We didn't have a whole lot of things planned. I didn't really want to do, I just wanted to be with my best friend. You know, I just wanted to be, you know, in the same room. I just wanted to, like, even just sit on the phone. Actually, the best time I had there, the time that I had the most fun with her was just, she was like, should we go do something? Do you want to go do something? And I know she wasn't feeling great. And I was like, actually, all I want to do is just sit on the couch with you and watch, like, a good documentary, and eat popcorn. I'm like, that's all I really wanted to do. And of course, her husband was there too. I love her husband. And we just sat there and watched a documentary, which it wasn't what we thought it was gonna be. We thought it was gonna be, you know, like something else, and then it ended up like they were twins. One got in a really bad motorcycle accident and lost all his memory, and the other one, you know, was fine. So when that one twin woke up, the one brother kept the family secret. There was a huge family secret, and even at the time they're making the documentary, the one twin didn't know. And so on the documentary, the twin finally told his other twin, because he knew something was up, what really happened in his childhood and their dark family secret. And dude, we had no idea. We were totally blindsided by the secret. We thought it was like one thing or another, and you know, and when the secret came out, we were just like, this is not what we thought it was gonna be. It was a lot. So I forgot what it was called though, but I won't say the secret just in case you watch it. But we were not expecting that. But that was actually the funnest I had, was just sitting there with them. Now I'm gonna use this cooler in the camera. Some brown, but also some gray. This one I don't use too much just because it pulls more blue on me. I love this color though. And then I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna go into this one, and then I'm gonna just tap into the black, because this black is like super pigmented. So it looks like I don't even use it, but I do. And I'm just using this little tiny e.l.f. brush. I do. It's just so freaking pigmented that I don't need to use a lot. So, but I'm just gonna keep this on my, like, just at my lash line, just to kind of get some more depth. Today I'm filming this. I got a little edit to do on other videos, make sure some of my videos are, you know, ready to go for when I need to, you know, put a post up. So I'm not like last minute trying to, the thing that takes me forever is typing in all the products that I use. And unfortunately, I can't use links or shop links or anything yet, because I gotta have 500 followers and at least 3,000 watch hours or something like that, which is a lot. So I absolutely don't have anything like that. So, oh my god, I have a hair here and it's bothering me. I can't grab it, so I just use my spoolie and kind of scratch there, and I can usually get it. So I have to type everything in, and it's just info, unfortunately, and there's no links or anything. I'm going back into that first, like, cool tone brown and just kind of buffing and kind of diffusing what I laid down with the darker color. Just making this kind of just a little softer. So I don't think I'm going to do too much with the eyes. I'm going to kind of leave it there. Now I'm going to use that blue. Where'd you go? There you are. So this is such a pretty blue. It literally matches my shirt. So I have that coolness of my eyeshadow on, and then I'm going to take this blue, which let me get, I need like a small brush. Here we go. This is kind of a little flat brush. Should maneuver things around. I don't know if I need to add a shadow on top. We'll kind of see how it works and see if I need to set it with a shadow that's like close to this color. Because I do have a shadow, nope, not that one. I do have a shadow close to this. sorry. It's close to it. It's this e.l.f. palette that I just did 2 looks with. This blue is really close, so if I need to set it, I can use that to set it. Oh yeah, I forgot this foot, this doe foot is like pretty large. Oh, so pretty. Only thing is, like, I feel like it's more of a wash that kind of comes out, which is fine. I'm gonna take that brush and kind of just move it a little bit more and then tap it in. And I'm kind of just maneuvering it with this brush, kind of just pushing around. Oh, I really like this. Okay. I'm not super a fan of I feel like it cleans it off too much coming out, but it's fine. I can always work with that. So I'm gonna put that down again. Kind of concentrating where I want more of that color. I'm taking that same brush. And I'm just super lightly dabbing over it. I mean, the way it's feeling and how it's drying down, it does feel like a powder. I might not need to even set it, which is great. Go back in for some more for my other eye. In there. I saw this and I was like, oh, that would be perfect for that eye I saw. And I think it was Katie Jane Hughes. I saved a lot of her look she'll post and she'll be like, which one do you like better? And of course I liked all of them, but I'll save that post so I can go back and whenever I'm kind of in a rut, just kind of go back and look at the stuff she's done and try to recreate it, or just get my, you know, creative juices going again. And there goes the dog barking again. So I'm gonna take it, I got it right there. Oh, my husband just got home. I just got the Uber notification. So I might have to stop the video again. So I can of course tell him hi and give him loves. But so pretty. I'm gonna take this and I hear him, he's so excited, but I just want to hurry up and get this look done. He's like yipping at my husband being home. Oh, he's coming up the stairs. All right, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. Sorry, husband got home a little earlier than I thought. I had more time before he got home, but it's fine. All right, so I am now gonna go in and I'm gonna kind of connect this a little bit more. I think I am gonna pop into this like blue gray color. Let's see, but I want a smaller brush. Since I'm working in a smaller area. I'm gonna do this little fluffy brush because this palette's super pigmented. And yeah, that's pretty. Okay. And I just, you know, I gotta be gentle sometimes. I don't use this color that much just because it usually doesn't pull very pretty on me. Just with my undertone, it's not my favorite, but today my son has a dentist appointment, so we gotta take him to that. And then I think that's it. But now I'm gonna take my fluffy brush I used earlier. There's a random hair, there we go. And I'm just gonna kind of sweep this all over everything just to make sure everything's nicely blended in together. Now, for the time because I went downstairs, our sink was clogged and I couldn't get it unclogged, so he was looking at it, we were looking at it. But this blue did not crease while I was away. So I don't think I'm gonna need any kind of powder on top, which I love that. I'm gonna take this little brush, I kind of just wiped it off with my rag right there, and I'm gonna go in this color right here. It's kind of like close to my skin tone, and I'm gonna hit that edge of that blue just to kind of like where I stopped it, just kind of blur it out a little bit. But it's super pretty. I really like it. All right, now we're gonna do the rest of the base. Of course, since I'm wearing a blue shirt and blue eyeshadow, I'm gonna put my color corrector underneath my eye because that is a given. And now I am going to put my cream bronzer, my Danessa Myricks. I'm gonna underpaint today. I'll put that in. Just kind of, you don't have to be too precise. I'm just letting this sit for a second since I'm gonna need as much help as I can get because of blues. A little bit under here, not too much. I really like, my husband bought me this Jessup set and from Amazon, and this is supposed to be your foundation brush, but I didn't really like it for foundation, but I really like it for cream bronzer. I do, I really like it for that. All right, got that on. Now I'm gonna use a concealer brush and kind of press all this in. Now my dog is whining because he didn't make it through the door before it closed. Excuse me. All right, now I'm going to use this Milani Conceal and Perfect in shade 03 Light. I do not like this foundation for long days. For short days like today, I do like it, but it is not the most long-lasting product for me. So, which is fine. When I went to LA, I did bring that Milk makeup, this one right here. I brought that with me. I loved it so much. I'll just press this in. But yeah, LA was so much fun, so relaxing, just hanging out with my friend, her husband, a couple days. Oh, we went, she took me to the observatory, the trail that goes up to it. It's like a lot of like Hollywood people and whatever. They walk that all the time, but she wanted me to see like the Hollywood sign from there. And, you know, just get out and walk and get some little bit of exercise and just get outside because it was a beautiful day. I did not see any celebrities there, which I really wasn't paying attention to anyone. I was looking down, first of all, so I didn't slip because it was pretty, you know, steep. And then all the dogs, there's so many dogs. And oh my God, I was just like, look at him, he's cute. Oh my God, look at that dog. Like just every couple of feet, it was, the dogs were just so adorable. But I was gonna use, where did it go? I was gonna use this, but I'm not now, so I gotta take that out. I take a picture of my stuff that I use when I'm done filming, so then later on I can go and type everything in correctly. But so we had left the observatory, and we were heading back to her house to get showers and just like hang out because I was sweating. I was sweating so much doing that little hike, walk, whatever. So we're in the car and we're heading back, and all of a sudden her husband looks over and I was like, oh my God, is that Jack Black? And we all look, it was, you know, me, my best friend, her husband, and of course their dog was on my lap. And we turned and looked, and it was Jack Black just standing at the corner. It was probably his neighborhood, just on his phone, tie-dye shirt, mismatching shorts, you know, his normal everyday outfit. And it was just so, I was like, oh, my first ever celebrity sighting. And it was Jack Black, which I was just so happy for. I mean, we all know Jack Black from multitude of different movies, characters, everything. And I was just, you know, did not take a picture. We were in a moving car and I had a dog on my lap. So, but just to have that, I was just thought it was so cool. Oh my God, he's crying outside my door. I don't want to pause the video for the 4th time. All right, got my concealer on. Now I'm going to use the Amicole Desert Date Cream Multi-Stick. I've used this in another video before for a like out the door, hurry up and go because of the color. This is Desert, was it? Oh, color Dune. Because of the color, it's very much a blush bronzer all in one. So I'm going to use this today. And I usually would rub it on my face sometimes, but I'm just going to be a little careful. Let me just use this brush and put this on. Because it is a cooler look, but so I just love the tone of this blush. This blush is just, I love it so much. I first heard about, I mean, I've seen it at Sephora, but as y'all know, probably heard about, you know, their Instagram handle is called the Lipstick Lesbians. And they talked about this company, and then they talked to someone that worked at the Sephora and had nothing but really good things to say and how much they enjoy the product. So I'm trying to slowly get more and try different things. The Sephora sale, this is just my Milani. The Sephora sale is coming up, and I would like to look at getting another product from them to try out. Just because I really like their, I just feel like it's easy but beautiful, and I don't know, I'm just a huge fan of it. Now I'm going to use my favorite powder. My desk is a mess. Pat out any creases that might have come. And once I set my face and everything, I will finish my lower lash line. This might end up being one of my favorite looks. I'm gonna have to do this again. Sometimes I'll do looks and I'm just like, God, I really love that. And I'd just do them again, especially for work. I try not to like do anything too crazy and inventive right before work, especially if I work the morning and all that, just because I really don't have the time. Hold on, I gotta go let him in. All right, I'm back 4th time. This is gonna be so fun to stitch together. So I'm just putting it on my puff. I'm using my Mario powder, of course. And then I am pressing it into my skin. I'm going lightly, so I'm kind of working my way around the face. And now, since I kind of got everything pressed in, I'm going to use this little powder brush. Go into my powder, press it into my powder brush. I'm just going to set kind of around my face. I usually, when I first go in with my powder and I press it into my powder brush, I will press it into like around my blush and all that, go around it first. and then slowly go into where the blush and cream bronzer is, because I do like to set that, but I don't want to take away that really pretty shine of that blush, because it leaves a beautiful shine to the skin. Try not to mess up my eyebrows. I usually never do my eyebrows before my face, just because I always hit them, which is fine. Alright, now I'm going to use my bronzer for today. I'm going to use this Flower Beauty Heatwave bronzer. It's a nice cool tone bronzer. And I just lightly go over my bronzer and blush, because this has the same kind of coolish tone, so I don't mind if I get it on top of my blush a little bit. It kind of just melts it all in. So I got that. I was going to use a blush on top, a powder blush, but I don't think I need to. I think that Ami Collet looks extremely beautiful just the way it is. I'm going to hit it up with a little highlighter from Essence, also broken. But just kind of gently sweep that right on top. And I'm going to leave my eyes matte, which I usually never do. I usually always have that little, like, I just want to add a sparkle, but it's so pretty that I am just going to add this to my inner corner, kind of brighten that up. Just a tiny bit to my brow bone. And that is it for the lid. Put this back on. Always using my Sephora cool tone. I need to look, I know I've said this in multiple videos, but I need to look to see, where's my little brush I usually use for this? I packed and then I can't remember stuff or where I put it when I hurry up and unpacked when I got home. Is this it? Oh, this will work. This little fluffier brush. I'm going to kind of go in softly with this cooler tone, right, connecting my nose to my eyeshadow, and then gently, like super lightly, bring this down my side of my nose. Alright, I think that's it for the face. Now I'm just going to finish out the eyes. I'm going to go back into that palette. I am going to grab this little kind of flat brush, and I'm not going to do anything too crazy because I like to kind of keep the interest on my blue. So I'm going to use this first color right here, kind of just dab it right onto that tip of the brush, and then I'm going to kind of pat that right there just to connect that to my outer wing. And since this is a cooler tone look, I don't like to put too cool of a look down my lower lash line unless I'm doing a super like smoked out kind of grungy look, because I find it will bring out the blue in my under eye circles. So now I'm just kind of dapping into both of them. Just gonna lightly put that down and kind of just sweep that up, just so it gives some kind of tone underneath. And that's it for my lower lash line. So I think I am gonna add this little Brighten Up powder. Just gonna take my puff. Even though it's nice and even there, I'll put it still on the back of my hand and just put it right in this inner corner right here, because that's where most of my discoloration is. And then I'll kind of take a little bit and just hit that right here, just to kind of define that look. All right. So I know there's a Sephora sale coming up, and I was gonna add this, but I don't think I am. So I don't need any more of these because I found more backups in my drawer down below. But I do have this Charlotte Tilbury mascara, and I've tried it a couple times. Where did my mascara go? There it is. I tried it a couple times and I was just kind of looking for a different mascara. I thought I wanted the Fenty one, but I don't think that one's for me because I've tried it multiple times and every now and then it won't smudge underneath my eye, but half the time it will, and I don't want to have to, you know, worry about that. I really don't have time to worry about that. I have too many other good mascaras that, you know, don't do that. Even though I love the way it looks, I can't, you know, risk it being raccoon eyes underneath. Alright, so I'm going to use this brown just because I don't want it too deep. I'm just going to hit up my lash line. I'm not going to put it, oh, I blinked my eye. I'm not going to put it into my blue area, just back here and about up to the blue. And then just a little bit on the lash line down here, mostly in the outer area. It's a pretty day today. They were thinking we were gonna get some kind of big storm last night, and we really didn't. I mean, it had some rain and some thunder and lightning, which I didn't mind. I loved it. So now I'll just throw on some mascara. Oh, I blinked. All right. So my lashes grew back out in that one spot where I lost a good bit of lashes from just like regular shedding. And now I moved over to this spot. So, yeah. So a nice volumizing mascara helps at that time. I took my Rare Beauty mascara with me because I had a little small travel one or trial, whatever. And that one did amazing. I forgot how much I love that mascara. I just wish the wand was a little smaller. So with this one, it's kind of small, but I just really love the Tower 28 wand. I always hear people talk so much about this mascara, and so far it does really good. I mean, I did need to give it a little bit to kind of dry out because it's a really wet formula at first. I might pick it up during the sale, might not, we'll see. The Sephora sale, I mean the Ulta sale, like the 21 Days of Beauty, I only picked up, I repurchased my moisturizer. I bought 2 eyeshadow sticks and a eyeliner and a navy eyeliner in the Essence, but that's about it, nothing crazy. I think the look is done. I just now need to do lips. I'm going to use this Essence lip liner. Unfortunately, I don't have the name for it because I guess it was on the plastic and I took that off. Just line it just a little bit. Now, I don't know if I want to use this Mario lipstick in Erin or this Wet n Wild lipstick or lip, whatever it is, in Taffy Daddy. I think I'm going to use the Wet n Wild. It's one of those you can click up, you cannot click down. It's kind of like the Fenty ones, the one that are shiny. These are so good. But nothing crazy. I wanted to keep it light today. Don't need to be going to my son's dentist with a huge, like, big, smoky, crazy, glittery eye. And of course, the grocery store probably. But that is the look. I really like it. I think it's beautiful. I'm definitely gonna go back and double check all like Katie Jane Hughes kind of looks, and I think start picking more from those, because it kind of just brought me out of my box to try something different, some tones I didn't even think to put together, and I am super loving. But I will list everything in the description box below. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.